Oh man, I just woke up. I actually fell asleep in bed. Of course, where else would I sleep, right? In the bed. I fell asleep in the car. I don't know. Around I don't know, must have been like 8 o'clock, and I was out. I mean, I was like in a coma. I woke up and I didn't even know where I was. I was like, where am I? What day is it? I didn't know if I have to go to work or what. That's how out of it I was. I'm still trying to wake up. But it's time to level. Yes. Mr. Hatch. What's up, man? How's it going? I just woke up, so I'm a little I'm a little out of it right now. Still trying to wake up.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Kept in the dark.
Ah, the grind is real, man. The grind is real. Once we hit 60, we'll go to my melee hybrid build, where I allow myself to use melee, but I'll also allow myself to use stings like Serpent Sting, Viper Sting, sorry. Viper Sting and Scorpion Sting. I tried to make Scorpion and Viper one word. Forbid. That would be a new arrow, right? Shot. Forbid arrow. Yeah, but once we go to the hybrid melee hunter build, we'll get a nice increased DPS. We'll get more flexibility with pulling mobs. I've also a little more flexibility by being able to mana burn casters, which is kind of nice in a dungeon context. Till 60, we are straight melee. Hey, what's up? How's it going, man? Coming along good, coming along good. Just about to hit level 45, which will be nice because my pet's going to pick up another talent point into ferocity, so it's going to get another like 3% crit, which is certainly going to help. And then once we hit 45, we're going to go grind. We finished our dragon scale of the working quest, so once we hit 45, we're going to go over and grind some some more dragon scales. So we can go ahead and make our dragon scale gauntlets here, which will give us 1% crit, which is kind of nice. And then we'll keep farming the dragon scales so we can eventually make our dragon scale breastplate, which is actually a really good breastplate because it's got this use effect, which absorbs 600 magical damage, which is actually an insane amount. It is a 1 hour cooldown, but it's still like, if you ever get yourself in a situation where you get multiple casters on you, it can be a lifesaver. Actually, it's quite nice. We're rocking the Dragon Hunter, the Dragon Scale Leather Worker RP Dream, right? It's like the worst. It's like a terrible. It's like not very good, really, to be honest. But I do it for the RP aspect of it. I just feel like nothing feels more fantasy than killing dragons and skinning them for scales. It just feels so fantasy, you know. We're definitely not min-maxing on this character. We're max-minning. we're max-minning. We're trying to make this character as weak as possible. Can't use ranged weapons. Can't equip any weapons other than weapons we get from treasure chests or fishing crates. Once we get to 60, we'll remove those restrictions, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, the RP's been pretty good. I mean, it's been cool to see people doing the demon hunter style roleplay, and it's been fun stuff, man. This event's pulled a lot of people into the game. That's someone just died in Dire Maul trying to do a solo Dire Maul, probably. Yeah, I mean, the self-found hardcore is the only way to play WoW. I mean, I think you get rid of all the RMT bullshit because you can't use the auction house, can't use the mailbox, can't trade with other players. That instantly removes any kind of like gold selling, gold buying, boosting nonsense, which I think is what's ruined most versions of WoW. Sorry, I'm congested. I just woke up. We also need to do the fishing quest. I'm probably going to pick up the fishing quest as well here pretty soon. Because we're going to need to fish up squid for the grilled squid recipe, and we need to be at least like 335 even just to fish squid up. Somebody had said in one of my YouTube shorts, they said you're just like BM, so all you do is send your pet and auto attack, and I'm like, yeah, I mean that's a lot of it, but really the traps are what your traps are super important. I mean, you can see my immolation to trap accounts for 24%. Actually, if you put all the dots into it, 24, 25, 26, 27% of my overall damage is just my traps. So, trapping is incredibly important. Yeah, people always will hate on melee hunter, and it is weak. It is pretty weak compared to like marksman, of course, but um, but if you're not running self-found, right, and you can get yourself like dual crusader enchants on your, if you're dual wielding, and you have crusader on both weapons, um, and let's say you're like an alchemist, you're running mongoose pots, you're using scrolls not only for you but also for your pets. You're gonna pull you're gonna pull good damage. You will actually pull very good damage in a dungeon if you're using your explosive traps effectively. You're running stuff like BRD, LBRS, UBRS. You're gonna be number 2 on DPS easy in your group. Number 2 easy. So if you know what you're doing. But in hardcore self-found, it's more difficult because you're not gonna be able to get Crusader. Um, so it's tough. I mean, the best thing you can do really is roll alchemy. Just for the agility potions, the mongoose potions, stuff like that are going to be your biggest benefit. And we're probably going to switch to alchemy once we hit 60. We're just doing dragon scale, kind of meme like RP, just for leveling. But once we get 60, I'll probably drop dragon scale at the working and pick up alchemy. And we'll start pushing a little bit more damage. Start focusing on actually making this character hit a little bit harder. And we'll switch to my hybrid melee, allowing my character to use Serpent Sting, Viper Sting, and Scorpion Sting. So we'll still be doing like 70, all my damage will still mostly be melee. Basically, the damage, what it'll be is your traps will be about 20% of your damage, your Serpent Sting will be about 10%, and then your melee will be about 70%. So you'll be doing about 70% melee damage, 20% trap damage, and about 10% Serpent Sting damage. And that's the Serpent Sting. What it gives you is it gives you flexibility for pulling, but it also gives you basically a dodge. Think of it as like a Curse of Agony or Immolation or something, because you can hit multiple mobs pretty quickly with it. So like if you're in like BRD and your tank pulls a group of like 4 mobs, you can very quickly like just tap 3 of those mobs with Serpent Sting, go in, drop Explosive Trap, send your pet, pop Bestial Wrath and just just Raptor Strike mobs down. You're gonna push a very large amount of damage in that fight. It's gonna be good. Really good. Yes. Very good. Very nice. You'll be like, you're a melee hunter? What? Where's all this damage coming from? What the fuck? Well, they're just fun to play. You're going to be expecting to improve the aspect of the monkey and deflection. So if you can get some decent, once you get to 60 and we remove the looting restrictions, you're going to start to be able to acquire some really nice mail gear. So you're going to be able to face tank. You'll be able to have mobs hitting you. You really need to start focusing on agility so you can get your dodge as high as possible. If you can get your dodge rate up to 38% dodge, which is easily doable. You get it's a lot easier if you can get with enchantments though. Not being able to have enchanted gear is gonna hurt because you're gonna miss out on quite a bit of agility. But even beyond that, The other thing we can do, even before we get to 16, even before we switch back to alchemy, we can do the repeatable quests. We can also we can get the shard buffs from Ungor Creator, the one that gives you like an armor, kind of like a lightning shield. So we can get like the lightning shield from Ungor Creator, which is going to be nice. That'll allow us to face tank even more. That coupled with Dragon Breath Chili, and you'll be able to push us some more damage as well. And the other reason I like alchemy is because I like to use frost oil on both weapons. That's going to push out a little bit extra damage. So you got frost oil, you've got the lightning shield from Ungor Creator, you've got Dragon Breath Chili, and then you're going to be running hopefully Mongoose Pot, and life will be good. We can just get the Blade Master leggings from UBRS. I love those. Those leggings are so badass. We'll have to try to get the Devil's Sore Eye as well. Devil's Sore Eye is key, but it's kind of a long quest chain. And it requires us to clear Sunken Temple. But I think we can, get that done. Almost there. Gotta kill 35. Gotta kill quite a few more. We're gonna cook all this meat up too. It's gonna push my cooking up quite a bit. We gotta get to 300 cooking soon. Start making some nice recipes. Very nice indeed. Ooh, we got a 3-pack. Nice. Good. Should we do? Yeah, let's do the torch. Let's do the torch. Yes. Where do we want to put it? Where do we want to put our flaming torch? This is the original classic era hardcore torch. That looks stupid. I wonder if I can move. Let's try this. Yeah, we can move that. Actually, let's take this. Put it here. Let's also do. We can't move this though, unfortunately. Can't move that. That sucks. What is roof? Party pet grid. Right, come on. Let's see if this will push this to 45. There it is. Level 45, baby. 15 levels to go. Nice. Very nice. We're getting there. So this should, so interesting. So my pet's doing 28% of my overall damage, right? So 28% of my overall damage. Let's reset that. We're going to put our next talent point into ferocity. We're going to give another 3% crit to my pet. Let's take a look and see if his damage goes up. He's still not critting, right? We still see the pet not critting. So once we get a couple more talent points into that ferocity, he's going to start critting a lot more often. But not yet. Thanks, boy. Thanks, Fold. Yeah, the pet still doesn't have enough crit yet. Let's say about 2 more talent points, and we're going to start seeing him crit a lot more often. Let's clear our inventory out. We got to go get some dragon scales so we can make our dragon scale gauntlets. That. Well, let's grab a little. Grab a little bit of this. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Where did it put it?
Good luck, friend. What can I do for you?
Got nothing. I was checking for any leatherworking recipes, but I think I've learned all the leatherworking recipes from him anyway. Wood.
What brings you here?
40 hot spices. 40 hot spices.
Be careful.
Level up our cooking here. We're also going to have food to feed my pet. We can also sell some of this to vendor to make some extra money. Do, 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 do. Still need to get men pet, and we still have men pet and mongoose that we can learn. And hire, yeah, I need to hit the hunter trainer here pretty soon. There's some useful things we can train. I have these. I don't know why I have these nice skate pants in my bag. For those.
Good luck, friend.
All right, we are sufficiently geared for the next journey. Let's see, we'll just meet here. Don't need this heavy hide. We do have some quests here, but we'll come back. I want to get my Dragon Scale gauntlets first. Dragon Scale gauntlets trainer the mech to Fairless to do the quests. And then once we're done with the Fairless quest, we'll probably go to Tenaris, do the Tenaris quest. Once we're done with the Tenaris quests, then we should be 46 or 47. Then I got to figure out where we want to go. Oh, we're getting pretty close. Once we get to like 48, we can hit Searing Gorge. Yeah, I did play Guild Wars 2 quite a bit. I like Guild Wars 2. I just like the UI. The Guild Wars 2 UI is really cool because you get a lot of flexibility. You can go into your action bars here, and you can make your action bars only show up on mouse over. You can change the opacity. You can pretty much rescale just about any of these items on the screen. The bag's really nice. You've got separate bags, show item level, show junk icon. There's different things you can do here. You can clean up your bags here. You've got settings in Guild Wars 2 UI for for auto repair, sell junk automatically. You can customize the class colors. There's just so many things you can do. There's like tons and tons of options. So it's just a really good UI. Plus, I like my screen to be very clear of junk. So I don't like a lot of crap on my screen, so we can easily get this. I want the main area of my screen to be pretty much devoid of any crap. So, no, you got a couple legendaries. Yeah, I love Guild Wars 2 is a great game. Definitely might, and probably Guild Wars 2 is in my top 3 best MMOs of all time. I would say WoW's number 1. I gotta put Terra like up there because I'm a big fan of Terra, like the early Terra, like when Terra first came out. But yeah, I'd say Guild Wars 2 Terra are right up there in my top 3. Then after that, we could put like original Arcade was pretty good. Oh, Snarler, we got a rare mob up here, showing up right over here. Snarler. Black Desert. I like Black Desert Online. Black Desert Online is my top 5 probably. Final Fantasy 14 wouldn't really make my top 5. I like Final Fantasy 14, but the graphics and the particle effects. It's not gonna be. Probably wouldn't. It'd be maybe around 7 for me, 6 or 7. Yeah, Blizzard's. Yeah, the Guild Wars 2's got a really nice art style. I mean, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see I've played quite a bit of Guild Wars 2. I'm sure. Like if you go here, I love Guardian. Guardian's my favorite class of Guild Wars 2. On my screen, I need to upgrade my fiber. I got to call up AT&T because I'm going to be switching over to fiber optic here pretty soon. Definitely. This could also just be. Chrome being a butthead. See how much faster Brave's running the website. Chrome's just getting so bad. But if you go to my YouTube channel and you just look for Guild Wars 2, there's going to be tons and tons and tons of videos of me playing Guild Wars 2. Like, a lot. So yeah, I've played a lot of Guild Wars 2. I've had one person say on one of my YouTube shorts that it's criminal. They're like playing World of Warcraft with that Guild Wars 2 UI is criminal. I'm like, no, it's actually awesome. It's just I love the Guild Wars 2 UI. Here, let's hide this. We don't need this. And I honestly think the Guild Wars 2 UI fits WoW's aesthetic pretty nicely. I mean, look at this Guild Wars 2 minimap. I mean, it's awesome. Look at this little The tracker with the track beast, it's such a cool little icon. I think that the Guild Wars 2 UI fits nicely with WoW's graphics. Time to grind some dragons. We need to get some worn dragon scales. A lot of them. That is not the Guild Wars 2 UI. That's actually something that's actually built into the classic WoW client, right? So you can make a macro for it, but you got to be careful. It might they made some changes to this, so it might not work right out of the box. So you create a macro with those 3 lines in the macro. It's called Action Cam. But if it doesn't work right out of the box, like that macro, what you need to do is you need to install a different add-on called Dynamic Cam. This one right here. And what you need to do is install Dynamic Cam add-on and just go load Dynamic Cam and just like go into the settings of Dynamic Cam and just move your horizontal camera offset, like move it around a little bit. Then unload Dynamic Cam, reload the game, and then try that macro again, the Action Cam macro again, and then it should work because there's a global setting that allows you to change the horizontal offset, and that global setting is not accessible in the WoW client directly anymore. So if it doesn't work for you, you need to install Dynamic Cam because Dynamic Cam will actually go into the global settings and change it to allow you to freely modify that. So that's just a little tip if you can't get it to work.
Hello. See you later.
Oh, he just healed himself. Shit. Wow, 2 kills, 2 gray weapons. 62. Like a gold, my bad, right? Thought I could go this way. Bummer. Damn it. Oh, we got 2 on us. Shit, they resisted my trap. That's not good. That's not good. Don't resist my trap. This guy's gonna kill himself. Bastard.
Day is late, my path remains.
Protovision, I have you now.
The same sign of life, far from home, but not today. Golden sun drawing low, forest bone, blood red light, angry sea, light the way for me. Today is not a day for words. This house is not a place to stay. The only thing I get.
How did I go? I climbed up here before. I guess I went this way. Yeah, I went this way. Okay. This is the way. Mm. Or resist. Or just it didn't drop the blah blah blah. Drop the trap correctly. Having some trapping issues. Apparently my hunter's still asleep. Ah, 30. So we need 30. We need 42 scales, and we've got 2. We need 40 scales. 40 scales. Let the grind begin on the wings of time. One of the nice things about killing these guys is they do drop multiple leathers. Like you'll kill like one mob and get like 2 thick leather or 2 heavy leather, which is kind of nice. I think I've even seen them drop multiple scales before, like 2 Worn Dragon scales from one mob, which is kind of nice. And surprisingly, they feel kind of squishy. And these mobs go down pretty quickly. For me, because I don't do a lot of damage, so to see them drop before my immolation trap is even expired is pretty fast. You can see immolation trap is 10 seconds. This guy's going to be dead before it expires. So that's pretty quick kill for me.
Everything you never do, and all you never say, never make it easier to numb out all the pain. Not like anything was wrong, it never made it right. You're the one to come on strong, so why am I all alone? Here we go again, the same old thing. Smiling through a bleeding heart, I'll fake it till I break apart. What's it gonna take to
Yeah, see, that last mob gave us 2 Worn Dragon Scales. 2! Nice.
Some things never feel the same. Don't know where to start. It's not like this is new to me. I really shouldn't care. It's not like you were there for me. So why do I still want you here? Here we go.
So we only need 38 more.
The same old thing.
We only need 38 more.
Through a bleeding heart, I'll fake it till I break apart. What's it gonna take before I break? Man, some days I hate this town. You never fail to let me down. Better stay away before I break now. There's nothing more to say. I'm only days away from a meltdown. What's it gonna take before I break? Man, some
I like to kill the whelplings because I really like the flame sack so we can get more Dragon Breath chili. So, skirt the side back here. We don't really want to fight this pack because the Ash Tail has a AoE fire attack that does a ton of damage. So I try to avoid these Ash Tails because they hit really hard actually. Plus it's a multi-pack mob, so it's kind of a trap. That mob's a trap, man. Like, oh, 2 mobs, no problem. And then you fight him, and that guy Ash Tail does his AoE flame attack and knocks off like 30% of your health. You're like, ouch.
time to love. Wake up. Don't let the dark pull us under.
He's not gonna. He's not coming over the trap. See if we can make him walk over my trap here. No, he still didn't hit the trap. Neither of them hit the trap. Bastards. There comes that pack again. Wish I had track dragonkin. I gotta check the trainer for that. I think it might be. It's like one of the last trackings you can train. Right here, level 50, track dragon. At level 46, we get our next immolation trap, which is big. So 46 is going to be a good level for us. We'll also be able to probably craft our dragon scale breastplate as well, which doesn't have any agility on it, but still, it's not bad. Let's take a look. It's got a ton of armor. It's got 10 stamina. It's got some resistances. It's got the on-use effect, which can really save your life against casters. I actually, when I leveled my other melee hunter all the way to 60, who was a dragon scale other worker, this was like probably like 5 years ago. It actually probably saved my life. That chest piece probably saved my life on that character a couple times. When I had multiple casters on me. It's really good versus it's good against any casters, but it's too bad it's an hour cooldown on that, but still it's pretty nice. Which can definitely get you get a jail free card basically. It's also nice in dungeons. Like in dungeons, if you get like a bigger pull and you got some casters bombing away at you, you just pop your dragon scale breastplate. Kind of laugh in their face. I resisted my trap.
Nothing shifts, just broken beats. I'm tired of echoes that don't stay. Fading voices drift away. I need something real to say. A spark to drive the dark away. Hollow conversations caught in a loop. Circling phrases with mice in a coop. I'm listening closer, but it's all unseen. The empty cracks where we've never been. I'll cut the static, find my tone. No more waiting, I'll stand alone.
Yeah, no competition for the dragons. Another thing that's nice about farming these guys is you don't usually have much competition. You don't usually see a lot of people out farming these guys. Only people that might want like leather or maybe the rare dragon scale leather worker. There, you're not going to see too many dragon scale leather workers in on the server probably, because it's just not good, to be honest. I do it for the lols, but it's not really good. I definitely do it for the lols. I'm like, lol, dragon scale breastplate, lol. People are like, oh man, hardcore. Wow, you got to go engineering, you got to go alchemy. I'm like, nah, man, dude, I'm dragon scale leatherworker, bitches. Lol. We're not getting very many dragon scales though. We need quite a few more. Dragon scale. See, what are we at? 126. Excuse me. This is gonna be, better get back, lean back, get settled in, because this is gonna be quite the grind. The amount of worn dragon scales we need, it's gonna take a significant amount of time to get from these guys. So get comfortable. We're gonna be here a while. Oh, I see my pet's getting a few crits. Oh, so my pet is doing more damage. After we put that last talent point into his crit, he went from about 29 to 31% to 34, so he definitely has gone up in damage, so that's good. And then next level, we'll put another talent point into ferocity. Actually, the next 3 levels. I may go 2 more into ferocity, and then we'll fill out aspect the monkey. It depends. Frenzy obviously is going to be huge too, so the next like 6 levels, my character is going to start putting a lot more damage up because the pet's really just going to start getting stronger and stronger. So the next few levels are going to be nice. Finally start to see some improvement in the overall damage.
Another day gone, seems I just arrived. All so close, but low move so far was so near. Carry the weight of leaving here. Always something on the hill. Always chasing around the bend. Always hoping time stands still. Always knowing the road will end. Caught in tide of wanting, bound in the line of waiting. Been too blind to realize that everything I wanted was right here. Fear of what's
Yes, Warren Dragon's Scale. Warren Dragon's Scale.
behind. Feel so old and short on time. Held my breath, failed to let it out. Carried the loss of time I'm missing now. Once so small, pure and so alive. Grow so fast, learning how to fly. Time has come, nothing
You know,
fearing the day.
let me pour some Mexican Coca-Cola into my Yeti cup here. First, let's open up the Swiss Army knife so we can open up the bottled Mexican Coca-Cola. Ah, cola. It is a beautiful sound.
Another day gone, seems I just arrived. All so close, but low
2 Worn Dragon Scales. Nice. Worn Dragon Scales?
I used to fold myself into your corners, made myself small enough to fit between
Told you this would be a long grind. We only got the 7 scales, man. We need like 42, I think. They're not dropping. They're being very stingy with the scales. Very stingy. Could make the tough scorpion helm. I wouldn't mind getting the spirit. We'll lose stamina though. Get a ton of armor though. somebody else show up? Because I'm not seeing any mobs here. I wonder if somebody else came over here and started killing, because there's no mobs here. There should definitely be mobs here. Unless they're really spawning slowly. I definitely thought we'd be getting more dragon scales. The drop rate's been pretty awful, but it's the way it goes sometimes. Never count on RNG in this game. But to kill as many dragons as I've killed so far, and I think I've gotten 5 dragon scales. Last time I farmed this area, like heavily farmed this area, I got the epic item, the Gloves of Holy Might, which is actually a really good item. And if that did drop, we would not vendor it. We would hold on to it till 60 so we could equip it. Can't equip it now because I'm doing the crafted gear only, but once we get to 60, we can remove all the restrictions. Hunting. Oh shit, look at my inventory. Disaster. right, I'm gonna log it. I'm just gonna do a quick relog. I don't know. I'm not getting any dragon scale drops, which is really like the RNG shouldn't be that bad. So I'm like gonna just, I don't know, log out, log back in. I don't know what's going on. See if we can give the Blizzard client a kick in the face. I don't know. Wake up, give me some dragon scales. Can you say that I'm superstitious? Oh, hell yeah, I am. Come on, I watched Dragon Scale after the relog. Dragon Scale. Ah, that would have been hilarious if I got one. That would have been so funny. The RNG can be pretty goofy. Yeah, it's the RNG is definitely goofy. But I mean, normally I would get more. I would definitely normally expect to see a few more drops than what I've seen so far. I've only gotten 5 since I've been out here, and I've been out here for probably, I don't know, like an hour or something. You got to keep in mind too that the 5 I've gotten, 4 of them came from 2 drops. So I got 1 dragon scale, then I got 2 at a time. I got 2 on one mob, and then 2 on another mob. So I've only literally got dragon scales 3 times off 3 different mobs. That's it. So I would have expected to get a little bit more, but we'll see. We got to keep going. We got to get enough to craft our dragon scale gauntlets at least, which is going to require 5 more dragon scales. And if we want to do the dragon scale chest piece breastplate, then that's like another, it's like another 30 dragon scales. So, oh man, that's a lot of dragon scales. And I'll probably, it depends. Like my wife's supposed to go to her mom's today, so I don't know if she's in bed yet. She might still be asleep on the couch. I might go to sleep in, I don't know, like an hour or two, and then the only thing I have to do today is I want to wash the litter robot today, and then give the dog a bath. Oh, I need to mow the yard too. So I actually have quite a few RN real life things, RL things to do today, but mowing the yard can wait till in the afternoon when it's not so hot. Yeah, I mean, I'm just doing the skinning, leatherworking just for the laws more than anything else. I'm max minning. I'm making my character as weak as possible. We're picking the worst professions. Only wearing armor that I can actually craft myself. So everything I'm wearing is what I've crafted myself. I only use weapons that come from treasure chests or fishing crates. Both these weapons came from fishing crates. So I'm max minning. But once we reach level 60, then all the restrictions are going to go away. So. And then we'll go to my hybrid melee hunter build, and we'll see my DPS go up quite a bit. And we'll probably switch to alchemy at that point too. We're going to want mongoose pots and frost oil. Yeah, fairy dragon's pretty cool. I didn't remember that you needed pots for that though. Yeah, all gray, dude. That's a lot easier on a hunter because you have a pet. I've got a all gray warrior that's at level 39 currently on another server. That's brutal, man. Try leveling a warrior in all gray gear. It is brutal. Yeah. With a hunter, it's easier because your pet can do a lot of damage and can give you some protection. If you do like an all gray warrior, what happens is what people don't really realize so much is that so much of your health pool comes from stamina. And when you're wearing all gray gear, you have no stamina. So your health pool is very, very, very low, which makes you incredibly squishy. And if you have all gray gear and like a warrior, you don't do any damage because your weapons are so shitty. So you have very little health. You don't do much damage. Fights take forever. It's crazy. It's a crazy grind. I got to level 39 on the all gray warrior, and I just stopped. I was like, man, this is just because all I was doing was killing mobs that were like 5 level lower than me. Because that's all I could do. Like if I tried to kill mobs that were my level, I would just straight up die. I couldn't even kill them. Even mobs like 2 or 3 levels beneath me were like incredibly challenging. Maybe one day I'll go back to that warrior and finish leveling her to 60, but man, it's brutal. Yeah, I was doing dual wield on the all gray warrior because I don't like two-hand weapons. I find it, I mean, two-hand weapons are better for damage, but it's just it's slower. Like the weapon speed is so slow, it just feels really boring to me. I've never liked two-hand warrior play, so I usually always go fury dual wield just because I find it more enjoyable. But you abandoned it too. Well, I got the warrior to 39, and it was to the point where I would just sit there killing like mobs like 5 levels beneath me for like 8 hours. Like it would take me like 8 hours killing mobs 5 levels beneath me just to get one level. I mean, at least it might have even been longer than that. But it was just so brutal. I was like, I just got reached a point. I was like, okay, I got to take a break from this. This is just too much, you know. Yeah, I think the white would be better. What makes it so hard, Eric? What makes the gray gear so hard? What people don't really understand is that gray gear does not drop off regular mobs hardly at all. Also, I don't know if I still have it. I compiled. Let's see if I can find it. Put it. I have it somewhere. I compiled a list. I think it's in a Visual Studio. I think it's a Visual Studio file. I just don't know where Visual Studio Code file, but I don't know where I put it. But I had a list. Yeah, I had a list of all the gray. I had a list of all the possible shields you could get that were gray. There were only about 7 or 8 gray shields total in the entire game. Like there were like 8 shields, maybe a little bit more than that. There wasn't that many. As far as gray armor for a warrior, right? There's only like, again, there's not that many, right? And I had a complete list of all of it, and and the thing is, gray gear drops most prominently off elites. So if you kill elite mobs, you'll get lots of gray gear drops. The problem is when you're doing a gray gear only class, you can't kill elite mobs. They're too difficult. Now maybe you could kill elites that were way lower level than you, but it's just very difficult. If you look at my inventory, like you can see this is a white item. This is, I believe this is, here, let me do something to fix to make it easier for to see this. It's hard to see the colors. Okay, this is a gray item, right? This is a gray item. And so we'd have gotten a couple gray items here, and this is a gray item. So all these items we've looted off these mobs are gray, which is pretty good. This is a gray, but and this is gray. So we have been getting gray items off these guys. So that's pretty cool. These dragons are dropping some gray gear. But in general, you will not see a lot of, you just won't see a lot of gray items drop. Like I said, the biggest thing is the stats. Like there's no stats, so your health pool is just so low, man. It's just brutal. If you did white gear, it'd be so much easier because there's so much white gear in the game. There's tons of white gear. Of course, you'd have to specify if you could only use white gear from drops. Otherwise, you could just go to a vendor and buy white gear. If I was going to do a white gear only class, I would definitely put the stipulation that you can't buy the white gear. You can't buy it from a vendor. It has to be white gear you obtain through a drop off a mob or treasure chest or something. Yeah, you're always killing mobs like. Yeah, the gray gear is always going to be really low too. So like if you're killing mobs and they drop like a gray, like for example, this is a level 39 item. So this isn't bad because these mobs are like 43. So that's about 4 levels below. This bow's 40. This is 41. So these aren't too bad. So apparently these dragons have a fairly decent drop rate on gray because with normal mobs, you're just not going to get that much. But yeah, but I would definitely say you can't buy the white gear because that kind of defeats the whole point, right? Like, what's the point of that, What's the point of that point? Not to put too fine a point on it. Not to put too fine of a point on the point.
If only I knew better. Show me something real, make me feel alive. Nothing to conceal.
We've not had good luck with the dragon scales. I wanted to just get enough so I could craft my dragon scale gauntlets, but so far we haven't had very good luck. I could probably find a stream of it here. Let's see. Let me try this really quick. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This browser fucking blows. Fuck you, Chrome. You suck. Gray gear. Alright, so here is my hardcore solo self-found gray gear only warrior. Right? And here I am at level, well, you can't see my level. Let's see. I'm in my own guild because I can see I made my own guild tabard. It cost. There I'm, okay, here I'm level 35. Oh, here I'm doing the warrior. I'm doing the warrior quest. So here, let's take a look at this real quick. So here I am doing the, what is this? What is this, defensive stance? Or no, is it the berserker rage? I can't remember which gave this quest, but this stream was over a year ago, it looks like. And look at me trying to kill a level 27 mob. This mob is level 27. I'm level 35. And look at how challenging it is, even just for, look at that. Look at my health. Look at how much work it is for me to kill a level 27, and I'm level 35. See what it is like when we get to the final dude. Now I'm killing Big Will level 33. I pop retaliation. Probably gonna go for Sunders. We got 2 Sunders up. I'm sure I'm gonna go for more than 2. We're gonna keep Rend and Sunder up and Demo. So the goal of the Great Year Warrior is to try to really. I mean, we're gonna try to keep rend up. We're gonna keep demoralizing shot up. We're probably gonna get like 3 or 4 Sunders. You know, yeah, two-hander is gonna be probably a lot easier because you can do a lot more damage. Probably. I'm dual wielding daggers. I would love to see what these daggers are. But look at So we're doing okay. We got execute up. I took a healing potion just to be safe. And we took him out. I didn't even need to take a healing potion. That was a waste. But you're a hardcore character. You don't want to die, obviously. So, but yeah, this was my gray gear only wear. I wonder if do I ever show my characters? I would love to see my character's gear. Playing around there. I'm playing around with macros. Yeah, but anyways, so this character's still alive. She's like, I think she's level 39. Level 39. But yeah, it was just so brutal, man. It was very, man. You think a melee hunter with shitty gear is hard. Try a gray gear only warrior. Oh my god, it's an absolute nightmare. Come on, give me some scales, baby. Give me some scales. I'm just shocked at how bad luck I've had on the scales right now. It's not been good. Still sitting on 7 scales. Oh my god, my inventory is a mess. Get rid of this. Mm. I don't want to go back to town because I want to get enough scales to make my gauntlets. Unfortunately there's no really vendor that's close by to sell stuff, dude. Not that I can think of. I mean, yeah, there's nothing. They really need to add some sort of a vendor and out here. Of course, they fixed that in later versions of WoW, where there's a little camp over here where you can go vendor stuff. But in this version of WoW, there's nothing. I don't think. killing me with the snow dragon scales, dude. They're killing me, man. You're killing me, Smalls. Death notification here. What about these scales that we're getting? What are they worth? These guys. 8 silver? Yeah, get rid of that. Yeah, the Sandlot, yeah. I actually watched that the other day for the first time in a very long time, and it was good. It was actually really good to watch that movie again for the first time in like 5 years, you know. Watched it with my wife. We actually enjoyed it. I have not. No, I have not. This is the first time I've done, well, actually, the second time I've done the, I can only use gear that I craft myself. I did a hunter once before, and I got her like level 20, and then I never finished her. And I was actually leveling on this server. I leveled a hunter up to like 22, and then one of the people that comes to my stream said, "Hey, remember that character you were leveling that was like could only use weapons from crates and treasure chests, and could only use gear that she crafted herself?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I remember that character." And that damn moron who said that got me all interested in doing that again, so I re-rolled. Okay, we just got 2 dragon scales. Nice. So I re-rolled this and started all over, even though I already had like a character I'd leveled to 22 on here. Not to mention I already had another hunter that was already like 35 on here that was self-found. So I started all over again. And here I am. So we can blame that person for putting the seed into my brain. Otherwise, I'd probably be like, 55 right now or close to 60. Because I'd have a heck of a lot better gear. My gear would be way better because I would have no stipulations on what kind of gear I could use. Honestly, the most fun I ever have playing WoW, playing like hardcore WoW, is the hybrid melee hunter. The hybrid melee hunter is so fun. My hybrid melee hunter, you're all pretty much all melee except you do allow the hunter to use serpent sting, viper sting, and scorpion sting. Although scorpion sting, to be honest, you pretty much never use. But you'll use viper sting quite a bit in dungeons. If you got a caster who's off like bombing your healer or something, you'll hit him with a viper sting. Try to burn his man down so he can't cast. Scorpion sting you'll just use as an initiator. You use it as like a shadow. You use it like a shadow word pain, like as a dot basically. If I'm running into battle, I'll like sting 3 opponents, then charge in, send my pet in, pop bestial wrath, feign death, explosive trap, boom, melee down. But it's actually really fun. I really enjoy the hybrid melee hunter a lot. A lot of crits there. Look at that weapon we just looted. Now see, like this, the crap. This is the second time I've gotten Head Striker. Look at the for a two-handed weapon. It's got to be the fastest two-handed weapon in the game. 2.4 attack speed on a two-hand weapon. That has to be, without a doubt, the fastest two-hand weapon in the game. That's insanely fast for a two-hand weapon. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Crow? Yeah, I mean, Turtle WoW. I played Turtle WoW on and off for a long time. I mean, my thoughts are they kind of brought it upon themselves. I mean, on Twitter they bragged about how successful they were, which I don't think was very smart, to be honest. They kind of poked Blizzard quite a bit. They poked fun at him. That one time when they were like really having like 14, 20,000 people on their servers, they were like posting on Twitter on X about it, like pinging Blizzard directly, saying, "Hey, look at us." And then also they obviously their cash shop has a lot of stuff in it, so they make a ton of money off the cash shop. So I just think that they were way too brazen about it and way too like poking fun at Blizzard. And so I just think that was so they kind of brought it upon themselves. I think if they would have been a lot more under the radar and not advertised how successful they were, I think they probably would have been better off for it. But in the end, Blizzard was just looking to take down all the big Classic Plus servers because they're going to come out with their own Classic Plus and they don't want any competition. So I mean, in the end, maybe it wouldn't have made any difference if they had been quiet about it. But I definitely wouldn't have published their numbers or have said anything on Twitter, and I certainly wouldn't have advertised. They even had advertisements. They even had Nixium do an advertisement for Turtle WoW. So I mean, they were doing all kinds of stuff that was crazy, man. Crazy, like advertising for a private server that actually has cash shop items. You know, so that's crazy. But they had a good run. Turtle WoW was around a long time, right? They were around for like what 10 years or something. So I do believe that the people who made Turtle WoW, I would imagine at some point they'll put up another server. It would be kind of, I think it's dumb if they don't. I mean, the guy's in Russia, so I would think he could put up something. Just be more careful about how you advertise it. Be more careful about how you monetize it. Just do like a donation. I would just do a straight donation, and I would not have any kind of an in-game shop or anything. I would have some sort of like a portal somewhere where you can just say, hey, if you want to donate to the project, you can donate here, that kind of thing. My inventory is just a disaster. I don't know what I'm going to do here, guys. We're just going to have to throw some of this stuff away. I hate throwing away stuff that's worth quite a bit of money, though. See if we can get rid of these bandages. We can get rid of the mage wave. How is inventory full? I'm making a heavy mage wave bandage. Oh, that's heavy mage wave. I guess we can make some mage wave just to... Not really gonna help us. I guess we can get rid of the pumpkins. Bummer. I really didn't want to leave the area until we got, I think, 12 dragon scales. We only need 3 more. Yeah, we just need 3 more scales, so that's why I'm hesitant to leave. You make a vendor run to Theramore? Yeah. It won't take that long because we can just swim. Yeah, you're right. It's not going to take that long. I'm very averse to going back. It stops the grind. Ooh, we got a healing. I got a mana potion. Alright, we'll make a vendor run. You're probably right, Eric. We can cut across the water here and then swim back. Shouldn't take too long. Ooh, let's kill this guy, though. Oh, I forgot we had our Dragon Breath chili for 5 minutes. We don't want to leave while we have 5 minutes on Dragon Breath. It just feels like such a waste of a good buff. What is my skinning at? 300. So I did max skinning at 300 already. Thick hide. Oh man. Chronos. I mean, Chronos runs pretty well. It's the old 1.12. I've played Chronos on and off through the years, but I don't know if what the population's like. I mean, I think more people have probably. A lot of people went to Ascension WoW. They went to Project Epoch on Ascension WoW, and then some other people went to retail, to World of Warcraft's retail. If you're talking about people that left Turtle WoW, they went to Epoch and they went to Season of Discovery. So I don't. Oh, it released. Oh, hey, I didn't know it released today. Yeah, I think that's a smart move. I think that's a smart move for them to release Chronos because obviously there's a huge market for people that want to play vanilla. Yeah, I think it's. I mean, personally, myself, if I came from Turtle WoW, I would have a hard time going to Chronos because it's just straight vanilla. There's like no, you know what I mean? Shit. Hold on a second.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Just trying not to get killed here. Yeah, personally, I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't do Chronos. Where is this guy? Oh, he's over here. I probably wouldn't do Chronos myself if I was going to do. If I was going for Turtle WoW, I probably would go. I don't think I would do Epoch either. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like if I had the choice of Chronos 5 or Project Epoch or Season Discovery, I would go Project Epoch. Just because it's on a Wrath of the Lich King client, so it's going to be much nicer client. And you got Classic Plus coming soon, but I mean it's WoW, so they're going to have so much crappy issues with monetization, right? That's the thing with that is you're going to have gold selling, buying, monetization, all that shit. Blizzard's never been able to manage that shit, so you know what I mean? So yeah, Classic Plus and Season Discovery. I hated Season Discovery. I thought it was terrible. So I know some people liked it, but those people probably aren't people that are true Classic WoW Andies like I am. So yeah, I didn't like it. I thought Turtle WoW was the best Classic Plus server by far. I thought it was quite good. I actually really liked Turtle WoW, so I was really disappointed. I mean, I was. I don't want to say I was sad to see it get shut down. I really didn't have I really didn't have much of an opinion on it. I mean, I didn't have I didn't have any feelings about it. When they said it was, I wasn't like really sad about it. And I think the biggest reason I wasn't sad is because Turtle WoW never did what they should have done, which was move to a Wrath of the Lich King client. If they would have moved Turtle WoW to a Wrath of the Lich King client, they would have been a lot more successful, and I would have probably played on it. I was just really burned out on the 1.12 client. I played too many years on Classic WoW, so I really struggled. I really struggled playing on the 1.12 client. So. And that was my. So to see them go, I was just like, well, 1.12, they kind of brought it upon themselves the way they did things, and I just think that I think there's a huge gap now. I think if the makers of Turtle WoW, I think if the people that made Turtle WoW can come out with another version of WoW on Wrath of the Lich King, but that's just not that wasn't their forte. That wasn't their skill set. Their skill set was working in vanilla, in the 1.12 client. So I don't know if they can put together a team, doing Wrath of the Lich King custom content. You know what I mean? So, but I think I would be shocked not to see some new private servers, sprout up. There's that huge void that Turtle WoW left, and that's why Chronos 5 was launched, because they saw an opportunity to, to grab some of that audience. I'm just helping this hunter here. Legos. Legos. We need to go to Theramore and Vendor anyway. How come I don't see him? Is he like on a different shard or something? Oh, there he is. Being all stealthy. Oh, you need the booster? Yeah, that's... Yeah, it's just over here. Should be like over here. You need the booster for the Shimmering Flats. Yeah, just come this way. Right here. You need this, probably. Yeah, it should be that chest right there. Now the box right there. There, yep. The old booster. Yeah. And then hopefully you can make your way out. Anyways, I need to go back to town, so I'm gonna cut right across here. Get out of here. I need a vendor. Really, man, I'm really surprised that I didn't. I got 7 dragon scales since I was there, which I guess isn't horrible. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Classic Plus will be a massive. It'll be massive. I mean, because especially now that Turtle. I mean, Blizzard was smart. I mean, getting rid of Turtle WoW will definitely bring in. There's going to be people from Turtle WoW that will come and play Classic Plus, no doubt about it. I'm sure that Classic Plus will release to massive numbers, especially if they advertise it. The thing with Classic Plus is they've got to make sure that they just keep it in vanilla content, vanilla WoW, and just add new dungeons, new areas into the existing map. Don't add new stuff. Like, don't go in and be like, oh, I mean, you could do it. I mean, you could theoretically go in and maybe add like new islands or stuff off the coast. I mean, you could do stuff like that as long as it's done. The key is that it's done well. The key is that you do it well. You know, it just has to be done well. I don't think I can go up this hill, can I? Yeah, I can. Good. And doing the season discovery bullshit is not the way to go. Don't be doing like, oh, we're gonna add glyphs to the game, and we're gonna run around and grab spells that there are spells that just exist in retail, and we're lazy, so we copied them down into season of discovery and called it. Wow, look at this! You now have like a new ability. I'm like, but it's the same ability that's in like Wrath of the Lich King. Come on, how lazy are you?
Looking for something specific?
Okay, so how much money did we make? We made some good money. Look at that. We sold junk for 4.19 gold. That's all those gray items we got. We got a lot of good gray stuff in there. What else do we sell? We don't need heavy hide. Hold on to that. We have tons of thick hide. We can probably sell this. We can just sell this thick hide because we're gonna get more. And we'll hold on to the Scorpid. I don't think we'll ever use thick wolf hide, but it's so rare we'll hold on to it. And I guess that's it. Hey Strafe, what's up, man? Is there? We probably should repair our gear too.
How are you? See you around.
Repaired gear for 17 silver. You get, look at how much thick leather we got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 146, 166 thick leather. There's a lot of these mobs over here. When you kill them, and you skin them, you're getting like 2 thick leather at a time. So we're getting a lot of leather. We can convert some of this into rugged leather because we don't need this much thick leather. $24 thick leather for that. 40 thick leather for this guy. We still need 33 dragon scales. Excuse me. Level 37 priestess died, damn, in the guild. And Moloch the Crusher, I guess some sort of a rare. I'm probably not going to play much. I need to get some sleep. Probably. Maybe I'll play for like another hour and then I got to go to bed. You got your hardcore rogue 16. Nice, nice. How you liking the rogue? How you liking the rogue, Ella? How you liking the rain? Yeah, I love sub. I love subtlety. Look, we got another gray item. Whew, we're worth 1 gold too. Nice. Very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and take some of this leather and turn it into rugged leather. Maybe get rid of maybe like 3 stacks of thick, maybe. That should be good enough. Ah, come on, scales. No, no scale, no Warren Dragon scales. Damn you. Damn you all to hell. There's a Warren Dragon Scale! Warren Dragon Scale! Well, we just need 2 more. Bring out the good luck charm, which is my pet. Hmm. Hmm. Am I not drinking? Why did she stop drinking? Weird. Stood up or something. 2 Warren Dragon Scales! 2 Warren Dragon Scales! Alright, we're done. As far as we now have enough Dragon Scales to craft the Dragon Scale Gauntlets. Look at that. But let's keep killing for a little bit and see if we can get a few more scales. These guys are good for the gray weapons, man. They've been dropping a lot of gray stuff. Look, you dropped another gun, so plus the 2-hander. We're already at 1.5 gold just in the 2 gray items they dropped. Another 2 more dragon scales. 2 more dragon scales. Oh yes. Yes, Morpheus. Yes, the dragon scales are plentiful. That's what I was talking about with the drop rate, though. We killed for like an hour and got like 5 dragon scales, and we came back and we've killed for like 10 minutes and got 5 dragon scales. So RNG at its best, at its finest. Guy apparently is killing. He might be farming for flame sacks. It's hard to say. Or leather, scales. Who knows what this guy's farming?
City hums, it knows my secrets. I'm awake, tangled in regrets. Every scar I tried to hide led me here, nowhere to run tonight. There's a spark I can't contain, rising slow through all my veins. I'm breaking through, leaving shadows, walking past the nights that tried to hold me. Every part of me is finally awake. I'm standing, I won't break.
Oh shit. We got the big group again.
Your words echo when the world,
Yeah, having dragon scale tracking would be really useful right about now.
even when the night feels
Yeah.
violent.
A bunch of whelps over here.
I can't
Way more than I realized.
something in me finally feels alive.
Still coming?
There's a spark
And there they left.
can't control. It's alive, running through my soul. I'm breaking through, leaving shadows, walking past the nights that try to hold me. Every part of me is finally awake. I'm standing,
Ooh. Purple sting. Wonder if that's worth keeping when we get to 60. Nah, probably not. 26.5. Who knows? We'll see. Scorpion sting. Would be a good weapon if we could actually use it, which we can't. Fortunately. Not until we reach level 60, and by then it probably won't be worth using. Oh man, if I didn't have the weapon restriction, man, this character would be so much stronger. What's up, little laws? We just looted a blue dagger scorpion sting. If we didn't have the weapon restriction on this character, I would be crushing mobs right now because I'd probably have really good weapons. But that's what makes it challenging. We're max mining. We're equipping the weakest stuff we can possibly find. Well, we're not max mining. If we're really max mining, we'd be using gray gear. This other hunter's been killing everything, fortunately. I mean, he's really been killing everything. There's like nothing. think it's been. I was just thinking the last time I died on hardcore, because like I don't think I've died on hardcore in probably 3 years. It's been that long since I died on a hardcore character. We better knock on wood before we say that, right? But yeah, it's been a long time since I died on a hardcore character. I was trying to think when the last time I died on a hardcore character. Oof. I don't know. Probably would have been on Skull Rock. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long time. It's been so long I can't remember when it was. I don't know if he's talking about him. He's like, he said lonely always dies at high levels. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't even know. He must be talking about something else. How's the grind going? It's grindy. How you doing, Blair? We were just grinding out some of these Worn Dragon scales. We got enough to make our Dragon Scale gauntlets, which is cool, because that's going to give us a little bit of crit rating. Still a long ways away from crafting the Dragon Scale breastplate, which is kind of an interesting breastplate. Because it does give us a really unique 600 magical protection shield on a 1 hour cooldown though. But actually it's saved my life. Like when I leveled up my other melee hunter, like about 4 or 5 years ago, it was a while ago when I leveled up a melee hunter before, like straight, like all melee, like no range whatsoever. And I leveled her all the way to 60, and her name was Vale, and she was Dragon Scale Otherware too. And I remember that breastplate, I think, probably saved her life, or at least made certain situations more manageable. You know, you get a couple casters on you, and you just pop that shield, and they'll hit you with like 3 or 4, frost bolts, or 3 or 4 like shadow bolts, and your shield will basically absorb all of them. That's an interesting item. Plus, it looks cool. It's all about the RP. It's all about the look, man. We're max minning to the nth degree here, making our characters as weak as possible. Well, not as weak as possible. If we did gray gear, if we did completely naked, that would be as weak as possible. Yes, fashion is definitely over functionality. Yep. Image is everything, right? Okay, we're gonna demonetize the stream because I want to play a certain bit of music. We're gonna play a certain bit of music, which is 100% gonna demonetize my stream, but I just want to hear the music though. I want the music. Man, my fucking Chrome has just been shit. Yeah, I really need to migrate to Brave because Chrome's just been dog shit. It's been so bad lately. Demonetization incoming. 2 dragon scales. 2 dragon scales. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Look at him roll. Two more dragon scales. RNG Jesus is on our side right now, baby. We grinded these for like an hour and got 5 dragon scales earlier. We went to town, vendored, came back, and since then we've gotten 6 dragon scales, I think, in about 20 minutes, maybe. The tides have surely turned on our luck. RNG Jesus has, yes. RNG Jesus is my co-pilot, man. Ooh, big damage, big damage. Big damage, come on, baby. Boom. Epic music. Epic! JP, what's up, dude? Epic! Come on, baby. Dragon scales. You love my Shimano? Nice. I'm going to bed here pretty soon. We're just on a good run with RNG Jesus here, though, with the dragon scales, so we're trying to see if we can let the good times roll for a few more minutes. Well, I mean, these guys are actually really good experience. Like, for my level, like, the experience you get off of killing these dragons is actually pretty good. And they're giving like 250 XP per kill, which is pretty good. And they die fairly quickly. They're not super tanky. You know, like this guy, look how fast he's going down pretty quick. You know, we got 250 experience. He died rather quickly. For me, since I have like total shit weapons, right? So these are actually nice. And grinding greens loot. Well, I tell you what. I hope my wife's not gonna kill me. I do have some stuff to do today. I need to mow the yard. I need to wash out the litter robot. And I need to wash the dog. Those are my 3 big tasks for today. If I can get all 3 of those things done today, it'll be good. And then outside of that, it's just play WoW, probably. Yeah, yeah. Good luck on that one. My golden retriever is not smart enough. He doesn't. His pea-sized brain doesn't have a lot going on. He's a good boy though. I'm not even a dog person, but I love that dog. He's a really good dog. My wife's the dog person. I mean, I like dogs though, but I'm not like a crazy dog person. Ooh, the canvas, the crocheted shoulder pads. Ooh, I almost want to equip those because they look so cool. I'm not even being facetious. They actually do look pretty cool. Come on, dragon scales. No, city's pretty fun. They're still in that bullshit, right? The stupid glyphs or whatever. Define your skills. I'm glad you're having fun. I'm sure it was a. Well, maybe. I'm glad you are having fun. Yeah, the runes. Might as well just call them glyphs. It's just all the crap from SOD was just ripped from retail. Like there's no inventiveness. There's no like creativity on Blizzard. They don't have an ounce of creativity left in them. They just pulled shit from retail and said, "Hey, here's a rune and gives you carve." I mean, they threw in a few new abilities, but they're like dog shit. Carve was awful on Melee Hunter. Yeah, exactly. We don't have fun in WoW. But yeah, I mean, if they could, I don't know, whatever. I have no desire to play Season Discovery. I just don't. I played it before and I didn't like it. It isn't like the concept is really a bad concept. It's like an insult to my intelligence to play Season Discovery because of the amount of just lack of creativity. It's like, I mean, I could like spend 10 minutes and come up with 10,000 better ideas than what Blizzard came up with for Season Discovery. I mean, seriously. Like, come on. I sound like fucking Alex Central there for a minute. That was pretty sad, actually. I apologize. But yeah, no, I'm glad you're having fun, JP. That's the name of the game, man. When you're playing games, the goal is to have fun. So as long as you're having fun, then you're doing it right. You know what I mean? And then you're doing it right. I'm enjoying this character. It's fun. I always like leveling up melee hunters. It's always interesting. It's always a challenge. And then at 60, when I switch to the hybrid melee hunter and try to gear up the character, and the thing is, there's so many people in this guild. It should be fun. You know, we'll group with some people and stuff, and we'll respec. We'll put a couple talent points into improve fate that just so that if we get any really bad groups that do crazy, ridiculous pulls and stuff, we should be able to just feign death our way out of trouble and unfortunately watch people die. Like, oop, oop, shit. But yeah, that's cool, JP. I mean, I'm always interested in playing stuff. I mean, I would be interested in trying Season Discovery again, but I didn't like the concept of runes. I thought it was a poor concept. I didn't like the lack of creativity of just pulling skills from retail and stamping it on SOD and saying, "Oh, it's a new game." It's not really a new game. You're just bastardizing later content. But, you know, that's kind of what Blizzard has done. Like what they do with expansions, like in the original game, like when they came out with TBC and Wrathlich King, and they started to just say, "Oh, you know, we've created TBC, we've created Wrathlich King," and then when we came out with Classic WoW in 2019, and then we said, "Oh, we're going to come out with like Anniversary," they just started pulling stuff from retail into Like this, they're gonna make okay. We're coming out with classic anniversary. We're just gonna add like dual spec, and we're gonna add, a group finder. And basically all they did. They didn't do anything new. It was just pulling stuff from retail into the older version of the game, putting a stamp on it and saying it's something new, and doing a fresh leveling experience. And of course, it worked. People ran to these anniversary editions like moths to the flame. But you know what happens when a moth goes to the flame, baby? It gets burned. You are doomed. In the limitless chasm of chaos, they will realize the truth of it. We are not the flame. They will cry out, we are but moths, and we are doomed. That hurts my throat every time I do that. All right, that's it. I could keep doing this. You guys know I can sit here and grind all day, but I need to get some sleep. So let's hearth to Stormwind. Let's
Need help?
There's some inventory space here.
Farewell.
We grab a few scrolls. When I get back, we'll craft the gloves when I come back, because I don't feel like doing it right this minute. And the leather there, though, the amount of leather we get off skinning those dragons is insane. Because they're dropping like leather times 2, Too thick leather, too heavy leather, too thick leather. It's crazy.
Light be with you. Need help?
Rolls, yes please, yes please, yes please. Actually, it's really the intellect in the spirit ones that I like the most. But these are the ones these are such like little mini buffs, but they all add up. This is us min maxing but as far as our gear, we're max minning. But hey, we almost grinded those dragons for we almost did an entire half level just killing dragons. That's not too bad in like 3 hours. We'll see you guys tomorrow, or I guess today. It's already tomorrow. Tomorrow is today. Today is today. See, was this the good one? Trying to see which other good songs. This one's good. I love this soundtrack, man. That was such a great show. If you guys have never seen, if you've never seen Masters of the Air, highly recommend this show on Amazon. Highly recommend it. Really good acting, great show, great period piece, amazing music. Music's fantastic. Highly recommend that show. Anyways, I'm going to take off. I'll be back later, maybe like 4 hours, and we'll continue the journey. We'll get to level 46. We'll probably craft our Dragon Scale Gauntlets. We might even get enough scales to craft our Dragon Scale Breastplate. We'll see. New weapon, I don't know. The new weapon's going to be tricky because we did loot the blue weapon here, but we can't use it. The new weapon's going to be tricky because I'm not sure, how high of level items we're going to get out of the fishing crates. I don't even know if there are crates higher than Mithril. I don't believe there are. So I'm not sure if we're gonna find them. We'll keep fishing, obviously, but I'm not sure. Our better chance of getting a weapon is probably from treasure chests, as far as like getting a weapon like 50 plus. So doing dungeons. Our best chance probably might be starting to spam dungeons and just start rolling on the chests, and then hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully we get in a group where I can I might tell people in the group, hey, look, this character can only equip weapons that come from treasure chests. So, if there's any like usable weapons from treasure chests, it would be nice if you guys let me grab them. We could do that. I don't know, or we could just not care, not worry about it too much, and just roll with these whatever weapons we have all the way to 60. You got to keep in mind that my pet's going to continue to get stronger. Now that we're down into ferocity. And then we're going to get into frenzy, and eventually, so my pet's going to get stronger and stronger, which is going to help. It's going to make the weapon not quite as important as it has been. It's still important, obviously, but, But yeah, a new weapon would be nice, we could think about different areas in the game that we could, farm treasure chests, or, areas where the chests spawn a lot. Trying to think of any areas off the top of my head, and I can't really think. I mean, Silithus probably would have some chests, but that's really high level. Ungoro Crater has a couple chests, not a lot, not a lot. Searing Gorge is good. Searing Gorge, we could definitely farm chests underground. Like when you go into Searing Gorge and you go down below in the ground, where all those dwarves are. There's a lot of chests down there, so we could farm. We could really try to chest farm in Searing Gorge. I'm trying to think if there's any other chests. But yeah, I think Searing Gorge would be our probably next best spot, and we only have to be about level 48 to do Searing Gorge, so we're only 2.5 levels away from hitting Searing Gorge. So that might be a good shot at getting a new weapon. And then, of course, fishing is always a chance, but I haven't been doing as much fishing lately because I've been focusing more on just leveling, because fishing really slows down leveling. Because I'll sit there and fish for like an hour or two when, I could have just been doing quests and grinding mobs. And again, like I said, as the pet gets stronger and stronger, having a weapon isn't as important because the pet's going to start doing more damage. It's going to make the kills a lot easier. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later, man. Good to see you, Sam. Good to see you, JP. Thanks for stopping by as always. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Or the next stream. Whatever that may be.